Bro, don't be like me. I'm making this video right now to let you know that if you have gotten distracted by something that's come up kind of spontaneously in your life, and that's steered your focus away from the things that you're already doing, whether that be temporarily, whether that be on a more long term standpoint, then you probably weren't even really focused as much as you should have been in the first place on those things that you were already working on. And take it from me, I'm saying this because I literally just personally experienced it. And so that's why I'm making this video right now, because it didn't impact me too much, but I can see how it very much could have. And so I just feel called to make this video as a result of that. For context, in senior year of high school, I had this little thing going on with this girl, and I asked her to prom, I took her to prom, did all that, but being a senior in high school, I was 18 years old, and so that was basically my first sort of instance I ever had anything going for me in terms of women. And so I was still very much a pussy to do anything more than asking this girl out to prom. I didn't ask her out to go on an actual date. I didn't ask her to be my girlfriend because I was just too scared to, right? And so naturally, after prom, if you don't know this, prom happens usually during the end of senior year. And so after prom, the friendship or the relationship, I guess you could say, kind of just fizzled out, and we both ended up going to different colleges. And so, fast forward to 4 years later, I kind of spontaneously get Hinge because I was at fucking Taco Bell with one of my friends, and he was showing me all of the likes that he was getting on Hinge. We were both going through the girls that had liked him, who's chopped, who's not. And it was just funny. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? I might as well just try Hinge for like a couple days and then see how it goes, right? And so I end up getting Hinge, and I kid you not, maybe the first three scrolls, I see the girl that I took to prom in high school. She is not too far away from me, like from our hometown. My college is around an hour, 15 minutes away. And she's obviously from the same hometown, and her college is maybe like 2 hours away. And from my college to her college, it's around 2 hours away. That's the reason why her profile ended up even coming on my Hinge. And so I end up liking her profile. And then maybe a couple of days later, I actually kind of forget about it because I didn't expect anything to come from it. And maybe like 4 or 5 days later, I end up checking the app, and I see that she liked me back and that she responded. And I kid you not, that is the specific moment in time where something, just a switch flipped in my brain from being so focused on the things that I was currently working on, having such of a clear headspace, most of the time at least, to having my judgment so clouded, to being so focused on this girl again that it literally took so much of my focus, so much of my clarity away from the things that I was doing, from the gym, from all of the good habits that I was doing, from posting on social media. For like maybe a couple days, I was genuinely thinking about this girl and the potential that we could be a thing again. And this time, a more serious thing, because I would actually not be a pussy this time and make a move on her. And so we're messaging, and she ends up not actually responding to one message for a couple days again. I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe she just doesn't check the dating app Hinge often. And so conveniently, I actually still have her number from high school. And so I search her name up in my messages, and then I click on it, and then I decide to message her on messages. Maybe a day later, she responds. Response times are definitely kind of crazy, but it's whatever. I kind of see past it. So she responds on messages, and then I respond on messages a couple hours later. And she has yet to respond to my latest messages. And it's been probably a week at this point. And so now I'm at a point where, okay, I'm pretty confident that this is going to lead nowhere yet again, just because it seems like she's not interested, which is completely fine. But again, the reason why I'm making this video, the point to why I'm making this video right now, is just to show you that a girl basically was able to take control of my headspace, make me think about her so much throughout these last couple of days. And I'm not saying that the pursuit of finding your dream girl isn't something that you should be doing. I think that you should absolutely be doing that. So I'm not saying to not try and find your dream partner. But what I am saying is just anything that kind of spontaneously comes into your life, right? Like this was very spontaneous. It just came on a random, like Tuesday night, I think. And it was just so easily able to take control of my headspace and make me lose focus on all of the things that I was doing. And I felt like such of a worse version of myself throughout these past couple of days just because of a fucking girl, bro, just because of the potential that something could happen out of this. If you let something spontaneous come into your life and let it dictate your mood, let it dictate your thoughts, let it dictate the way you start to navigate through your life in a worse version, then you probably weren't as focused as much as you should have been on the things that you were already doing. This is honestly a wake-up call for me. Sure, I was working on social media. Sure, I was working on my business. Sure, I was putting in the work in the gym, doing all of these other good habits. But now I'm realizing that since this thing came up out of the blue and it was so easily able to take control of me in a way, I'm realizing that, okay, maybe I am not as locked in as I need to be. What should have happened is that everything would have gone according to how it actually already went. I would have seen this girl on my dating app again, and then I would have done the same thing I already did. But what I wouldn't have let happen was let myself think about the outcome too much. Let myself think about the what ifs in terms of this event that happened. And so now I'm realizing, bro, I really just need to focus a lot more on the things that I'm currently doing and maybe focus on some more things that I'm maybe not doing right now that could definitely enhance my life. And I think you could be doing the same thing as well, because we should not be letting such little things like this take away from our focus, take away from our peace, take away from our headspace, when those things are some of the most important things that we need working efficiently at all times. So take this as your sign that you need to maybe lock in a little bit more on the things that you're doing, because you should never let something like this cloud your judgments, cloud your minds. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.